Imagine waking up each day without stress over bills, debts, or financial worries. A life where your finances don't control you. Feels impossible, right? But what if I told you you're just a few smart choices away from living that soft life, free from the constant financial storms? The reality is, in today's world, money can either be the source of your peace or your greatest stress. Inflation, debt, and the pressure of keeping up with social media lifestyles is all overwhelming. For women, it can feel like you're doing everything, but still stuck in a loop, just barely getting by. The key to breaking free? It's all about how you manage your money, and I'm going to show you some simple, practical tips to live a softer, more financially comfortable life. The first step to living that soft life is mastering your money flow. This doesn't mean you need a massive salary. It means making your money work for you, no matter how much or how little you have. How you handle your small money is how you'll handle big money. If you're sloppy with your finances now, a raise won't magically fix things. Most people think, if I only made $10,000 more, I'd be fine. But guess what? Without the right habits, you'd still be in debt, stressed, and living paycheck to paycheck. So what can you do to change that? Let's start with the tip that changed my life. Pay yourself first. You've probably heard this before, but do you really do it? Set aside 10% of your paycheck for your future before paying any of your bills. This goes into savings, investments, or even an emergency fund. Think of it as the peace out fund. Money you can fall back on when life throws you some curveballs. With inflation making everything more expensive, living paycheck to paycheck feels more like survival than living. But paying yourself first is how you can create a buffer, a safety net that helps you rise above the madness. Imagine having 6 months of living expenses saved. How much softer would life feel then? It's easy to get caught up in spending, especially when everyone on Instagram seems to be living a lavish lifestyle. But here's the truth. Many of those people are in debt too. Some max out their credit cards for a vacation or a designer bag, thinking it will bring happiness. But in reality, the stress of paying it off outweighs the temporary joy. Don't fall into that trap. Focus on your own financial health and stop comparing yourself to others. Remember, the person you're comparing yourself to might not even have it together. Focus on your own pockets, not theirs. When you stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and start living below your means, you gain freedom. You take control of your finances and can finally stop running in that endless cycle of debt. Let's talk about something we can't ignore: inflation. Prices are rising faster than salaries, and it feels like we're in an endless uphill battle. The cost of rent, groceries, gas, it all adds up, making it harder to save. And while we can't control inflation, we can control how we prepare for it. The key is learning to adjust. Here's where strategic spending comes into play. You don't need to sacrifice the things you love, but be smart about them. Maybe instead of that luxury vacation, opt for something more affordable but just as enjoyable. Or instead of buying a new car, look for a reliable used one. The goal is to maintain your happiness while being mindful of the bigger financial picture. Let me tell you about a win that made my life 10 times softer. Having a well-stocked emergency fund. There's something empowering about knowing you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved. No unexpected car repair or medical bill can throw you off. That's peace of mind, and that's part of living the soft life. It's not a matter of if an emergency will happen, but when. Whether it's your car breaking down, a surprise medical bill, life will test you. With an emergency fund in place, those moments won't shake you. You'll handle them with ease and keep moving forward. Now, let's talk about debt. Not all debt is bad. There's a difference between good and bad debt. A mortgage or student loan can be a good debt because it's an investment into your future. But that credit card bill from your last Sephora haul, well, that's bad debt. The key is knowing when to take on debt and when to avoid it like the plague. As inflation keeps climbing, it's tempting to rely on credit cards, but that's where things get dangerous. Debt can quickly spiral out of control, trapping you in a cycle that feels impossible to escape. This is why living below your means and cutting out unnecessary expenses is crucial. It's about protecting yourself from the financial chaos of this world. Here's one last tip that may surprise you. Give without expecting anything in return. When you give, whether it's money, time, or energy, you're putting out abundance vibes. And trust me, abundance comes right back to you. The soft life isn't just about receiving, it's about being in a place where you can give freely and confidently. So, here's the truth. The soft life isn't about making millions or living like an influencer. It's about peace. It's about mastering your finances so that no matter what life throws at you, whether it's inflation, debt, or unexpected expenses, you've got it handled. You deserve to live comfortably, without financial anxiety hanging over your head. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to start your journey toward a softer, more peaceful life, start by mastering your money. Let me know in the comments what financial challenges you are facing, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips. Stay soft, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next video.